Yeah, for sure. This is a response to my girl off YouTube. She was asking a question about sex being whack. You know, when somebody doing all that bragging to you, but they sex is whack. You know, they got you all geeked up or whatever. So my response to that is this is for gay, straight, all colors, but especially black. The whole thing of the matter is this. If we stop screwing like that, we won't have so much to compare to. The problem is that every time we have sex with somebody, that goes into our memory, and we compare that person with all the rest of the people we've screwed. So you have all these souls of these other men and women in your body, and you're going to compare them to every new person that you screw. If it takes you, if a man has to have a 15-inch dick to satisfy you, your coochie's messed up. You know what I mean? That's just plain point. I mean, it's just plain. I mean, it's like when Adam and Eve was in biting that tree, biting the apple off the tree. He didn't want them to do that because of knowledge. You know, the knowledge that they would gain. The problem is we know too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, stop screwing everybody. You won't have so much to compare to. Secondly, sex ain't everything. Another thing is it's always somebody that looks better. It's always somebody who body looks better. So the whole point of the matter is, when you're sleeping with a person, it's a risk you taking anyway, or whatever. So my whole thing of the matter is, if I judge every woman according to the last woman's sex, I'll never be happy. I'll never be satisfied. So only thing I can say is that's another way to keep, especially black people, separated from each other. Because now you only judging people according to what they can do in the bed and how much money they got in their pocket and how big a woman's breast and ass is. I mean, to me, that shows that your mind ain't right. And I ain't trying to turn this into nothing biblical, but it's the truth. I mean, we be trying to find answers for stuff without going biblical. You can't find answers to these problems without finding out the number one source of what's wrong, and that's what's wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, why do it take 15 inches to satisfy you? You know, your hole too big. You know what I mean? When we were virgins, we didn't know what good sex and bad sex was because we didn't have nothing to compare to. So I'm not judging nobody because I'm no saint. All I'm saying is that the more people you sleep with, the harder it's going to be to find somebody to satisfy you. You know what I mean? What we need to be judging people is according to how they treat you. But like I said, if you just out trying to, get you some and this and that, I'm just saying that still you go find people that's not going to lay it down like that. And I don't see why people be disappointed about it because you have to make a decision. If that person lay it down so much or they laid it down in the past so good, evidently you have some people that laid it down because you saying that this person's sex is whack. You need to go back with that person whose sex was the shit. Why you not with them? You're not with them because their personality's messed up, or they're selfish, or they're all about themselves, or y'all don't click mentally. So that lets you know that sex is not everything. Because whoever sex is good, why don't you stay with them? Why don't you marry them? Why don't you be with them forever? You wanna know why? Because sex ain't everything. So even though that person's sex was good, you know what I mean? You can't get along with that person. So all I'm saying is that you're gonna always meet people whose sex is whack because for one, we screwing too much. Men screw too much. Women screw too much. You know what I mean? That's why you never gonna be happy. You're never gonna be satisfied if you constantly screwing everything. You got too much to compare to. You know what I mean? If you give a homeless man a piece of shit car, he gonna be happy. Why? Because he don't have nothing, he don't know nothing, so he has nothing to compare that car to. Now, if you give him a Benz, once he's driven that Benz for a couple years, he gonna want something better. You wanna know why? Because he's had something nice now. So now he want a Lamborghini or he want a Bentley. So the whole problem is that if you constantly test driving everything, but you don't own nothing. You just constantly test driving and test driving. You never gonna be satisfied. But the whole point of the matter is, it shouldn't take all this to satisfy you. If it takes 5 6 hours straight for somebody to satisfy you, or if somebody did gotta be 15 inches, then you fucked up too. You see what I'm saying? It ain't that person. Sometimes it's you. You know what I mean? You didn't let people abuse you and beat your stuff up too much. Same thing with a nigga. It's gonna always be a woman who looks better or who ass is gonna be bigger. But if you go compare every woman to another woman, you're never gonna be happy. So I mean that comment, you know what I mean, it's real easy for anybody who has knowledge and got sense or whatever like that. Sex ain't everything, because if that was the case, whenever you found somebody that laid it down, you would stay with them. You're not with those people because they're not good people to you on the inside. So you said forget the sex because you tired of that person. That person's no good. They got good sex, but they're not about nothing. So that's what we need to get back to. You know what I mean? But like I said, if you look at the world now, it don't really matter so much, because it's like with the, especially like with the black women. I know y'all heard the comment about what Lil Wayne said. It's like don't nobody want the black woman for nothing but sex. And the black man ain't no good. The black man ain't nothing. If he ain't got a 15-inch dick and if he ain't got a lot of money, then the black man ain't worth nothing. And the black woman ain't about nothing. She just good for sex. So really, when you look at it overall, we all of us are racist towards each other. We racist towards each other because we meet a black woman, all we want to do is screw y'all, and then it's like when you meet the black woman, all she hope is that you got some money and that you can fuck good. So what ends up happening? Nobody's happy. And then we keep judging people. Oh, he got some good this, he got some good that. I mean, find you somebody with a good personality, somebody that makes you happy mentally, because sex is more mental than physical. So, like I said, man, people who are conscious, people who are smart, people who research and try to get knowledge, you need to meet people like that. See, the problem is some of us got sense, some of us don't. But the people with sense, we laying down in the bed with people that stupid, or people who have nothing mentally going on. The people who are retarded that don't want to learn nothing, we need to let them be with each other. And the men and the women that got sense, that know that sex ain't everything, y'all need to date, because that way y'all won't care about who got this and who dick is the biggest and who booty is the biggest and all that crazy stuff. Let the retarded people who live their life according to sex and money, let them date each other. You know what I mean? But that's the reason why nobody's never happy, because that's the reason why men brag on what they go do, because they think in their mind that's all y'all care about. So even if he know he can't lay it down, he ain't gonna tell you that. He gonna say, "Oh, girl, I can do it all. I'll lay it down," because he just trying to get some. Really, he really don't care if he satisfy you or not, because he really don't like you. So the whole matter of it is this: even if you dog a nigga out and you say, "Oh, that nigga can't fuck," he still fucks you. So it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? You still have lost your power because you still gave him some, and vice versa. That's why it looks ignorant when we be up there talking about, oh, she can't fuck, he can't fuck. Y'all both look stupid because y'all both still had sex with each other. So y'all look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both making each other look stupid. You know what I mean? And then plus, y'all both, then one of y'all still got nobody that really love y'all or care about y'all. So what you bragging on? You still ain't got nothing, because sex ain't nothing. You know what I mean? So, this is a response, and like I say, take this to your people or whatever, because it is the truth. Stop, stop screwing everybody. You won't have so much to compare to. You know what I mean? Because like I said, when we were all virgins, if we were virgins, we would all be satisfied, because we wouldn't be manipulating and overusing and abusing our bodies. When you abuse yourself, that's when you start needing so much more to satisfy yourself, because now you need more to please you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why so many people we date, we think they sex ain't good. That's because all you looking at is physical, and now it takes too much to please you. After a while, we're gonna have to start sleeping with gorillas and monkeys and wild animals just to get satisfied. You know what I mean? So this your boy Black Prince. I'm up out. Shalom.